chancellors of the UK for outstanding scholarship in the MS Economic Urban Development Planning. Just to make this short, I'd like to hand over to our special guest tonight. This is none other person, the mover and shaker, and she's an authority. So this is not just someone speaking out of text. This is an authority. So without much ado, guys, can you please unmute? Let's welcome, give it to Dr. Marlyn Morris. Can you just unmute and say welcome, madam?
Welcome, Dr. Marlyn.
Welcome.
Movers and shakers.
Yes.
Canada in the house. That's what we said.
Dr. Marlyn, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you very much. Is everybody hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you, ma'am.
Well, let me just say this first and foremost.
Can you on your video, please?
No, I am sharing a screen right now. I can't do that, but you can see my name and you can hear the passion in my voice, can't you? Maybe towards the end, I'll be able to do that because we're having technology issue around my area of the Brampton right now. Can you all hear me very well?
Loud and clear.
Yes, I can
very
hear you,
well. Well,
very
let us
well.
make spirit lead today. As always, I am one of those who believe in the mind, body, and spirit and be connected to the creator of this universe, right? So today, I have been asked to speak on this 15th anniversary month of AWLO. And I have sought to speak on the topic, leadership on the cutting edge in the 21st century. Why did I choose leadership on the cutting edge? This in and of itself is going to tell you that we who are leaders, men and women, and in particular right now, right, we are looking at the women in the world. But I am going to generalize because I want us to take the new Adam with us, as the new Adam is the he for she, men of the world. So good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. As we navigate through the era, this era that we call the 21st century, it is unprecedented. Change and complexity is what we are looking at right now. And therefore, it's very important that we clearly identify who we are. Because I kid you not, we, all of us, have been purposed here by the Creator God of this universe. And why I speak on now on the issue of this cutting edge leadership, I want to dispel certain myths that we harbor within us, around us, and towards each other. And then we question ourselves, why is it that we are not thriving? Why is it that we are having so much difficulty? This concept of cutting edge refers to the forefront of progress in a particular field. It implies being at the leading edge of innovation, technology, or ideas where the latest and most advanced developments are occurring. Being cutting edge means adopting the newest, most innovative practices or technologies before they become mainstream. Think about that. We must never shy away from these changing times. And please remember, we're living in the 4th industrial revolution. Times are changing. so many innovations that will allow us to look at how we lead and how we advance in our different professional pursuits. And all of us around this table, we are leaders in whatever organization we find ourselves in. Are we dynamic? Are we dynamic leaders, cutting edge leaders? Do we encourage and harness the demands of leadership for adaptability, innovation, and forward-thinking mindset? To lead on a cutting edge, we must embrace technological advancement, foster inclusive and diverse environments, and prioritize sustainability. And so this topic is extremely important for us today. And I want to reflect on it in terms of 3 or 4 thematic areas that reflect this concept of the cutting edge. So, theme 1, I want everyone around this table to know your undisputed innate greatness is that you are empowered to inspire, motivate, and transform. So your mantra should now read like this: I can, I will, and I must. And as you move towards the word must, this is strong. And you have to believe this mantra. You know why? Because you are bold, brave, bright, and beautiful. And you can back it up. And you know why? Because you are fearless. And why do you say this? Because the creator God of this universe, he doesn't make mistake. And when you were imbued in your mother's womb, he already put in you your GPS that will guide you, your gifts, your passion, and your skills that will guide you once your mother gives birth to you, and the conditionalities into which you're born nurture you to develop who you are. Because the Almighty Creator does not make mistake. Every one of us have been given our divine purpose, our destiny, all right? So he knows who we are, and we must never, never give up to the naysayers. We must be spirit-led. And today when we speak of leading by the Spirit Creator God, because we are mind, body, and spirit. And yes, we must be conditioned by that. We must be guided by that. And if we're guided by that, we will know from day one that nothing the naysayers will say about us will resonate with us. It will bounce off our bodies and our minds. So remember this, the first thing on the cutting edge is that we want to bring you back into reality, that you are already born for greatness. And so you must never, never, ever allow yourself to sit back in a comfort zone while the world around you is changing and you place scant regard to who you truly are. And if you don't remember, you have to try to find out. Identify who you are again. It is your destiny purpose. And on the cutting edge, you must always be willing to learn, move yourself forward, and never, never let anyone tell you that you're not enough. You're more than enough because the Creator made you like that. But you know why? Because when we tell ourselves we're not successful, how can I be? I can't measure up. Stop it. You are defeating yourself. You have to be strong, bold, and brave, and claim what God has given you, your divine favor, to be an impactor. God does not make mistake. The Creator, no matter what is your religion and creed, they all believe in this supreme being. And He is the one that purposed you. So you remember this always. How do you reflect this leader, you ask? You have to first embrace change and innovation. And where is it more telling than now in the 21st century, where we have all kinds of technologies, all right, to help us on this leadership pathway? We must be willing to learn. It's a lifelong process. And if we cannot embrace learning for ourselves so that we become stronger and sustainable, who is going to do it for us? It's no longer optional for you to be this way. You must now seek out innovation to find out how you can further empower yourself and motivate yourself. It is the only imperative right now. And so leaders must foster that culture of continuous learning. Yes, so that you move from the lane to the highway and the super highway of life. And every stage in that journey defines who you are, because you're not laid back in a comfort zone to say you can't because others say you can't, or because you don't want others to see how progressive you are, in case they say negative things about you. Do not condition your mind to think about what they will say, but rather what you will do as inspired by the God who purposed you. All right? So that is very important for you to challenge the status quo of things so that you can continue to do what you need to do, to be the best that you can be, so that you as a leader can help others. So you must be able to think as a visionary and a strategic thinker. That is what leadership on a cutting edge means. It's compelling. You cannot be laid back and think that things will drop in your lap, okay? So you must now ensure as well that you express emotional intelligence and empathy. Some of us as leaders, we don't care about the people in our team. We want to stand out above all else. And not knowing that each member in our team is significant. They are very significant to our progress. It's like climbing the hill. And when you climb the hill, others are behind you. But the selfishness in many of us say, I don't want her to be by me. And so you push back, and not knowing when you push back that you are pushing yourself back down the hill. Leaders must now possess the ability to understand and manage their own emotion, as well as empathize with the emotion of others. And if you need to cry for a member, cry. And if you need to embrace them with love, laughter, and the livelihood and livelihood state of who you are, do it fearlessly. Communicate with them and ensure that you remember always that the members of your team, whether you are a for-profit, not-for-profit, charity, whatever you are, and you lead a team, that everyone is looking up to you for guidance, but you must lead with emotional intelligence. You must also demonstrate inclusivity and diversity, because we don't have a team with only one person and everybody looking like you alone in physical appearance. And nobody's the same in terms of their minds. Everybody's uniquely different. But the most important thing is that you can harness everybody, no matter how you look in terms of your cultural heritage. Embrace it, because all of us are living in this space called Earth. We are all occupying it. So cutting edge leadership recognizes the power of diversity and inclusivity. Diverse teams bring wealth of knowledge and understanding and different perspective to the job at hand. And so as leaders, we must champion diversity by creating inclusive space where every voice is heard and valued. This involves not only recruiting diverse talent to be part of your team, but also foster an organizational culture that celebrates differences in everyone sitting at your board table and promotes this equity. And yes, we always talk about equity, anti-racism, inclusiveness, but the talk is talk. We must be able to demonstrate what we mean. And as leaders, we have the opportunity to do that. Why do we have to necessarily wait on a government initiative? If we are part of a group, we need to understand that and cause your team or your group to excel, because it's called upon you. Everyone is doing that to make sure as a leader, you embrace these concepts or ideas, but not only to embrace, but demonstrate it in the work that you do. It's like you have people sitting with you, and every day you're going, I am the leader. I know everything. No, you don't. Because everything come together, and my friend Marlyn always say, teamwork makes the dream work. And she is right. You have to recognize that you cannot move forward without embracing everyone. They have something to offer. And sometimes the least among us, as you may think, could be the one to give you that valued idea to advance the cause of your group. Then there's the other idea of demonstrating ethical leadership and integrity. It's not enough to say, I am a leader. Ethics and morality is very important. And that's why a leader needs to be transparent, so that that transparency is demonstrated and that leader doesn't fall short. They must build that integrity by trusting the stakeholders that form part of them, their employers, their customers, and even their investors. Ethical leadership is cutting edge leadership, because they will tell you, oh, when you are in for-profit, for example, it's about the bottom line, the dollar, and how much money you have in the bank. But we need to know that the people who work with us are resources, valuable resources, as well as the shilling and cents and pounds that you have in the bank, right? So that's very important. Ethical leadership ensures actions that are guiding principles, even in the face of massive challenges. You must also demonstrate leadership that is adaptable and resilient. Yes, because the universe is mixed of different cultures and opportunities and everything and all that. So you must be able to be adaptable and build resiliency within yourself when challenges you face. And you cannot be afraid. And if you don't know about it now, seek to find out. That's what research is all about. So you can better your team and yourself at the same time. When we look at the 21st century right now, it's a rapid pace of change, and leaders must be adaptable. And resiliency enables us as leaders to persevere despite setbacks and challenges. We rise again because we are that empowered by the divine creator. And we are all people of power, influence, and divine favor. And we must bring that out at all times, and even more so in uncertain times. And then we must also demonstrate a willingness to leverage technology Cutting-edge leaders harness the power of technology to enhance efficiency, to drive their motivation and create value. And it doesn't matter if you're, owning a leadership in a patty shop or in a production line, all right? It does not have to be a leader necessarily in not-for-profit or charity. It could be a for-profit business. And many of us have both of that kind of leadership. Leaders, therefore, must be willing to integrate technology. And yes, some of us say, you know what? I don't like the technology. I can't do the social media. Yes, I'm one of them as well. But I have to learn. I must learn the new technology, all right? If I am to survive. And that willingness is very, very important. And as well, the next area, embrace collaboration and networking. Yes, we are not here to live alone in our own pathway and our own box, as we call it, our own social enterprise, our own NGO, our own foundation of charity. Cutting-edge leaders build networks and partnerships with other institutions and groups, because we are in this world to learn together. That's the essence and value of human dignity and self-worth. And we must be able to partner this way and collaborate, because we cannot journey this life alone. And therefore, we must engage with diverse stakeholders to be able to build global partnership for sustainable development of the leaders, community, regions around the world. Look at how we are fighting now across the globe. And there's no peacemaker, as it were, to say, let's have peace, people. Why are we killing out each other? And so we question the integrity of our political leaders, for example. And leaders is a name that encompasses every type of leader, even though we are speaking specifically to our AAWLO grouping. Yes, because some of us might advance to the stage of political leadership. Think about it, really. And so we must start as far as possible to gather the collaboration we need. The second thematic area I want you to look at is the myth of the glass ceiling. Of course, you've heard this before. There's a glass ceiling. I cannot advance beyond the glass ceiling. Yes, you can. Just think of the glass ceiling. When you look at the piece of glass, you can see through it. The ceiling is synonymous with a covering overhead. But interestingly, it is really seen as an invisible barrier. And yet, the notion of glass ceiling, we sit back comfortably. Many of us women, and especially women and minority leaders, we think, oh, we can't advance beyond that. Yes, you can, because it's a myth. It's a metaphor where we say, oh, there's glass ceiling. And many, many decades, we say, yes, there's glass ceiling. No, there's only glass ceiling if you accept that myth. And it is what, when you accept it, prevents you from being strong and bold and say, I must, I can, and I will achieve this. And when you're dynamic like that and passionate, you are going to thrive, because you will rise with every channel and advocate for the change. And when you're strong enough, guided by your spiritual guide, the spirituality in you, which is your authentic self connected to the creator, God of this universe, no matter what our heritage, culture, and religious culture, they all believe in that supreme force. So in order to understand this glass ceiling, it represents the systemic barriers and biases that you face to advance for equal opportunity. equal opportunity. Because you said, well, you know what? We can't do it because we don't allow women. And we don't understand that we live in the 21st century changing times. And we must be bold enough to look out and see what opportunity exists for us to advance and decry the myth of this glass ceiling. It's a metaphor. The glass ceiling suggests that individuals can see the higher level they aspire to, but are obstructed by unseeing obstacles. Yes, the barriers are there, rooted in historical, cultural, and institutional biases that perpetuate. And some of it is by grand design. And when we look at leaders of our Afrocentric heritage, we tend to think they're Black and invisible. They have nothing to offer. Again, another myth. And we speak of by diversity, included anti-racism and all that. But we need, in our various grouping, to advance this cause that there is no glass ceiling and barrier except that which you allow others to put there for you in your mindset so that you can't strive for greater things. And that is why we find gender equality so difficult to achieve. For women, we think that, oh, our place is in the home. We can't be leaders. And when we advance to leadership, we are comfortable and we don't advance the cause to break the barriers that surround us so that we can be the new Eve. Because at the end of the day, the Creator God, if you're in the Christian religion, He made Eve to advance the cause of men together. And she is a Proverbs 31 woman. And he who has her need to celebrate her. And that's where I advance the cause of the he for she men. We must be able to look ahead and determine where our role is, what we need to do, where we need to go. Despite persistent challenges, we must move forward and remove the unconscious bias, stereotypes, and discriminatory practice that persists right now in our society. You have to be bold, brave, bright, and fearless because you can back it up, because the Creator made you great. But I charge you today to reconsider this myth of the glass ceiling, all right? You must do that beginning today. And I know many of you may be asking, how can we do that? Everything is set already. But history begins one day at a time. The present moment will become tomorrow. And we start today because the present moment is the only reality we have of life at this moment where we can make bold decisions. And yet you ask, how can we do this? Start now by looking at your neighbor and say, we have to break this myth of the glass ceiling. Let's band together and do it. And at the end of the day, you call on your divine spirit self that is connected with the spirit leader of this world. And so you need to tell yourself, no glass ceiling except the ones that naysayers set for you, and you believe it. And you believe that of yourself. Get out of that belief. Be now stronger. Seek proper mentorship. Seek people who know more things than you and ask them to help you to determine how you get there and how fast you can move at the end of the day, right? So that is very important. You need to be represented. And I will also say now, you need to advocate, right? And you need to find allyship, who you can band together with so that you have a stronger voice. United we are. Unity in diversity, moving forward. Yes, we are fearless to change the discriminatory practices that we face as women leaders. Seriously. and look at your esteemed leader, Dr. Atai. He is a man that stood out and say, I must, I will change the paradigm of how we see women. And it doesn't stop there, because by doing that, he is trying to break the myth of the barrier and many myths as well that we live by on a daily basis. Why can't we as women approach our men and say, gentlemen, I think we must work together? And they may say, yes, we must. And you know why we must? And you can use, if you're a Christian person, the biblical teachings. And if you're not, you need to find allies to help you to change that paradigm. You must be fearless. Starting today, be bold. Don't be a shy pussycat. Be a roaring lion and advance your cause so that you can fly and soar like the majestic eagle that you are. Think about it. Women leaders, please empower yourself, nurture yourself, motivate yourself and others. And by the way, ensure that you inspire others. You do not come in the world to live alone and rise alone. You come to help others. You have knowledge to share. Yes, and you must share this knowledge. It's your destiny purpose. Not everybody share the same mindset and destiny, but together, united in action, we will achieve for the common good of humanity and human dignity. Right? So we can together face any adversities and change the way we do things. Changing the paradigm depends on our understanding that we authentically, our authentic self, is a spiritual being. Who can fight that? And we must be passionate enough to make sure we can identify clearly from beginning our own inner GPS that will guide us. And we can use our GPS to help others to find their pathway. That is the hallmark of a good leader. And by the way, I must also say the other thing is very important for us to be able to transform lives, right? It is our destiny purpose, whatever our calling in life, our professional development, whoever we are, doctor, lawyer, bookkeeper, whoever we are, and then we advance to leading in those organizations. That is the excellent opportunity that we find ourselves in to do more than we had done before. All right. So it's very, very important, right, that we find ourselves. And finally, I want you to listen to this. The theme is on the cutting edge, but this very theme that I'm speaking to you now is the difference between the armchair leader versus the battlefield leader. Who are you? Are you the armchair leader that sit comfortable and by and say, yes, I know I'm qualified already. There's a pathway to improve my organization and I'm staying there. But the battlefield leaders say, enough is not enough. We must fight for the change we need because globally everything is changing every single day. Research is throwing up new ideas and new community of practice. Let's get on board, right? And it's a battle, really. We go out in the field and we put our knowledge to work. So the armchair leader, they both have their good, their goodness and their limitations. But in the final analysis, we must find balance between them, the benefits, the goodness between both sides, all right, in order for us to lead with integrity and being able to plan so that we know as we plan, we will achieve. And we need to look inside our group at the differences between our, partners, our board of directors, people who are part of our team. because the teamwork together will make us lead with passion, power, and divine favor. So you have the armchair ones within, you have the battlefield. Bring them together and take the best fit out of both sides and find the balance for your organization. All right. And I want to just talk now. Finally, we could go on and on. There's so much more. But I want to say this to you, right? That you must build strong allyship with the men around you. And I did indicate this before, but it has to become center stage, mainstream. And women, strong women leaders know this. And they must be fearless to approach the men among them and say, my dear, you are strong. I need your strength to help me in this cause, because I know together we can change the paradigm and have success at the door of every single person in this organization. So you form that allyship. It must be strong. And this is what the United Nations system is telling us to do. Work together so that we can build the new systems, the new countries, the new relationship for the 21st century and beyond. We are seeing more and more that this allyship is going to serve us well into the 21st century and beyond. And if we are strong enough, when we would have gone from here, that legacy of value that we build with the opportunity that we have as leaders will serve our generations yet unborn. And hopefully, and that's my hope, that peace and stability and harmony will reign in this world. We may not live to see it. In fact, I don't believe, but well into the generations yet unborn, they will remember what we did today in building that legacy of value. Because we cannot go on this way as our political leaders are now doing, fighting among themselves, killing the nation, blowing up things, right? And not only that, they're blowing up things in the air with their weaponry, but they are destroying the atmosphere and the stratosphere and causing sickness.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So please, everyone,
Thank you.
move forward with this leadership on the cutting edge, and you will be well rewarded.
Thank you.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Can we give her a round of applause, guys? Please just unmute, go on the chat, just show the fire, show some love. If you can.
Now you can come on video because we're going to ask you questions now. And of course, I'm sorry, Oscar, I'm not interrupting you. I just saw someone that I must recognize before I don't want her to run out. You know, if you know Liberata Mulambula, you know, the most dynamic foreign affairs minister you can think of. She's the one that that invited us to Tanzania. I just want to recognize her. Minister, you are welcome. Before, I don't want you to leave the room, because that's how I miss you were telling yesterday, our chairperson. I don't want to miss you. I'm sorry, on Monday, when we had the first event, she left before we could recognize her. And you definitely, we must hear your voice. One of the biggest woman leader in Africa. So happy to see you. You didn't whisper to me that you'll be joining us. I'm so happy that you are here with us. Before we start the Q&A, I've seen you from the beginning. You've been part of it. You can unmute your mic and, of course, say hello to us before we hand over to our speaker for today.
Wow, thank you, Dr. Tai, as always. You really inspire everyone. Because sorry, I joined a bit late because I'm in another meeting in Cairo as one forum, but I was determined. I said I need to join this. I need to join the wonderful ladies. And thank you, Dr. Tai, for keeping the movement going, dynamic and vibrant. I heard I heard and I've been taking notes. We need
Thank you.
the 3 B's. I heard we need to be bold. We need to be bright. So really, I really appreciate. I don't want to take much of our time because I really want to join the conversation before I get to sleep because it's 7 o'clock here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Wonderful
very
to
much.
see all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, over to Coach, and of course our speaker for today.
Thank you so very much, amazing women and men on this platform. Thank you, speaker tonight, for such a powerful presentation. Before we are ready to meet late, but let me just see if we can take 1 or 2 questions to the speaker before we leave. Does anyone have a question? Please, you can unmute your mic and just ask the speaker your question directly. Thank you again, Dr. Morris, for such a powerful presentation.
You're welcome, sir.
Before we wait, you can just see here on the chat, people are blown away. I'm sure you can see, I love the presentation, and oh my God, this is just the energy. If we were in an in-person meeting, you feel it. So everyone here just said this was a great presentation by Mary. Mary, I'm not sure which city she's joining from. And yeah, I don't know how many I can just speed up here now. But anyway, does anyone have a question? Please unmute and go straight to that if you want.
I have a question.
I have a question, please.
Okay, please go ahead. I don't know who said first. Go ahead.
It's Eunice from Ghana.
All right.
And the second person is Samara from Toronto.
Great. Well, now let's go with Eunice, and the next one is Samara. Please go ahead.
My question is, how do you navigate women who try to serve as obstacles to your growth?
That is a very, very critical question. And I'll tell you, I have experienced it in my life. But you know, you have this inner strength. And sometimes we were not nurtured to depend on our strengths. We grew up with families and parents that were not conscious enough to raise us resiliently, to be strong, all right? And so you find that when you are in the world of work, and my strategy is this, I kid you not, when I find other women that tend to want to be your worst enemy because of jealousy sometimes, you have to take the high road and say, you know what? Maybe this lady didn't grow up the way she should. And you should take that opportunity and approach her and say, Samira, I notice that, oh, you're very beautiful. I love your smile. You must take the charismatic approach to break the ice. And then when they see you, and I always say there's power in the smile. It breaks all barriers. Because when you approach and you smile and you say something beautiful to that person, they can't help but to respond to you in a positive way. Because you're approaching them from positivity. And I have walked this life that way. No matter what they say with Dr. Marlyn, and I have had many, many naysayers because they look at me and say, you're too qualified. You're overly qualified. But then you have to embrace them. And by embracing them, you share the knowledge with them that you have for free very often. So you raise them up. Yes, you're desperate for funds, but you know what? You see, I need to help these women thrive. And that resonates with the human authenticity, the spiritual you, okay? Practice it, Eunice. Practice it. And you will
Thank you
see
so much.
how the paradigm will shift.
Thank you so much. I'm very grateful for the response. Thank you.
You're welcome,
Okay,
ma'am.
this is Samara from Toronto. Yes. Over to you, please.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Marlyn. You're really inspiring always since I met you. And thank you so much because it is true. You know, sometimes we don't understand the deeper root causes of why women cannot be authentic. And sometimes we don't know that because we may perceive everyone the same based on our own upbringing. You know, we might not think that that's even possible. So it's always good to trust God. But what I was going to say is that God will lead you to the right people. But if you, like, how would you say that, I guess your comment in terms of leadership, what is the first step in terms of developing your own leadership so that authentic leadership so that you can continue? Because I think that's the first step.
I always say, look back in your upbringing. You know, you have advanced to leadership in whatever organization, and you may not have formal training to it, but look back and see what are those positive things about you that you know that people respond to as you go through life. Harness those positive things because people will tell you, especially when you deal with them with love. All right? There's nothing too good that you will not share with them. And this is my testimony. And Samir, you know me for over a decade plus now. All right? You have to find your authentic self. What is your strength? What is your weakness? What opportunity you have to empower yourself further? All right? And I tell that every young girl, I am one of the United Nations declared women, expert trainer in researcher, domestic violence against women and girls. And when I talk with them, I realize that a lot of us as women are harboring trauma, our youthful trauma that we have gone through. And we have not found healing for that trauma. And so it's embedded in us as we go through our adult life. And sometimes we assume leadership, and yet we have not healed from that trauma. So how are we going to be able to help others? Seek knowledge, do research. You can read and write. Ask questions of other people. You go to a conference, somebody says something exciting, go up to that person and say, you know what? You said this. How can I? You are learning from formal and informal situations, all right? Always. Every single day in your life is a learning day. Believe it or not. By just walking out the road or driving out the road, and you're in the line of cars, for example, and some mad fowl just before you, then you reflect and say, this person is mad. Why would they want to do that? The fact that you begin to question it, you're going to say, you know, we have to teach people to do better. You take on that responsibility. That's just a simple explanation. But yes, you have to be consciously aware to change the paradigm. Always. Negative for positivity. Okay?
Always. Thank you so much for that response, Dr. Morris again. We just want to quickly take a repeater from Atai Akwan, and please we'll keep this short. We don't want to keep us longer. We've already overshot our time by 10 minutes. So let's do this in the next 2 or 3 minutes so we'll wrap up. Atai Akwan, is over to you, please. He for she Atai Akwan. Is he here?
Yes, I'm right here. Thank you very much. Dr. Merrill, that was an awesome delivery. I loved it because you really brought that on the subject that I'm very, very passionate about, which is the limitation we put on ourselves. It's the glass ceiling theme for me. It's something that anybody could relate to, but it might be good for some of us to break it down a little bit because If you don't really understand the theme of the glass ceiling theme, then you might not be able to appreciate what you just put out there. I'm just going to jump on a little bit. Talent is not limited to gender.
That's
We
right.
know that. So
Have we
Hi,
lost
Lily.
him?
That's you. Okay, guys, I shared our speaker's bio again. Please feel free to connect with us because I'm seeing more questions that people want to chat.
Yeah, you put it, Oscar, you put it on the community, Awlo community, so that everybody can have a copy of it.
Yes, and may I just say as well that whatever the questions are, let me have them. I will answer them and forward them to our esteemed leaders, and they can share it with everybody. Okay? Because there's a lot more in those features. I even had a poem to say for you about resilient women, but I will share it later. Yes, it is profound. And I want all my women to know that they are great and they resilient, and we celebrate them so that they no longer are yard chickens, but golden, masterful eagles that soar always.
All right, guys,
thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. We hit near 56 today. That's amazing. That's amazing. Dr. Marlyn, you don't know what you just did. That's amazing. 56. Well done. Let me surrender our hand it over back to our founder, Dr. Elisha. Over to you as we bring the session to a close. Thank you.
What can I say? Thank you so very much. Thank you. Wow. So we're pumping it up. We're pumping it. Keeps getting better. Thank you, Dr. Marlyn. Marlyn, I know you need 2 hours. Yeah, when I spoke to you, you say you need more than 1 hour for this masterclass. But I'm happy that the whole world, we are having our first ever Awlo Women Convention in Toronto next year. And we're going to have you right there to have your full day, full session, to do what you know how to do best. Thank you so much for the honor. Thank you for coming. And thank you for accepting to be our advisory board patronage in Canada, Awlo Canada. You're doing so much. And that's why Canada have started in a very good note. They've started because they have a leader who is seeing and making sure that the right thing is done. We appreciate you. Thank you for this class. Thank you for this wonderful time. And we want to appreciate Monique once again. She started this. She made us to have this. You know, it's good to start well. When you start well, it keeps increasing. And some of us miss Money Douglas. They've given her doctorate here in this session. On Monday, she was ordained. And they call it as a doctor. Yeah.
Congratulations.
You know, from 50th anniversary doctorate. Yes. Decoration. Oh, Monique, I would like you to just say hello once again. And while appreciating you, just say in 2 minutes, because we're going to close now, in 2 minutes, just summarize what happened on Monday in 2 minutes, please. Unmute your mic.
Well, first of all, yes, great afternoon to everyone. This was an amazing session. Dr. Marlyn, you, oh my goodness, blew us all away. I'm so energized. And you know, I still have a lot more day left than you all do, okay? Because it's only 4 o'clock my time. So I can already keep working and applying some more that you shared with us today. But in our session, we talked about the importance of defining who we are, because if we do not take the opportunity to define who we are, then we allow others to define us. Yes. And so we don't want that to happen, because others may not always represent us the way we should be represented. So we have the privilege of defining ourselves, and in so doing, we are able to, hi Miriam, we're able to work together Dr. Marlyn talked about the power of networking, and we spoke about the importance of networking for your net. That networking is just not about you. It's about who you are able to connect from point A to point B with different individuals, different groups as you are building your network. It's so important. And we also talked about leading through example and why that is so important, that you can be the leader, but if you don't turn around and see that everybody on your ship has jumped ship because of your poor and toxic leadership, you're missing out. So the key is that we have to lead by example. So leading by example means we gather the team together and we travel this voyage together from point A to point B successfully. That's the sign of a leader who is leading with impact and not leading out of the concept of being the boss. So we covered a lot of good points on Monday. Yes, but we thank you all so much and wish you all a wonderful evening.
Thank you very much. We continue in Dallas. She's having a full session keynote address in Dallas. So you want to hear more of Monique, try and be there with us in Dallas.
Marlyn.
Yeah, I want to appreciate my leaders here. I've seen so many. Sorry, I can't call everyone. There's so many leaders.
Marlyn has her hand up as team leader.
Oh, I thought we finished with this. Then Mariam will always want to say something. Mariam, can you close us? Can you just 1 minute? You want to ask a question? All of you know Mariam. She's one. She's one woman I cherish so much. She's our global PRO, and some of you who followed the countdown to Awlo Canada launch, you see what she did. She was everywhere. Even to yesterday, she still shout anywhere she sees you. You can even break a pastor. Say, you know what, Pastor, hold on first. Are you sure you know about Awlo? Miriam, before you, are you there? Are you hearing me?
100%, darling.
Did you please you were not here when I welcomed your Minister of Foreign Affairs, who has been one of the best women I've seen in Africa. Did you welcome her? You didn't see her?
Our Elizabeth?
Liberator Mulumbola. That is the only Mulumbola you can think of. She's right here. She's right here with us. You know.
You know what?
Because of time, can you just go 1 minute so that we can close? You know, some of us have been here since 7:45. It's almost I don't know what time it is now. We've gone past our time. It's supposed to be 1 hour, but it's too hot. That's why we're not leaving. Can you just do it quickly so that we can round up? Our minister will round up this night's session. But let's just hear from you. We've closed asking questions, but we have to give you the opportunity. 1 minute.
I just want to say, you know, we are very extremely lucky to have Dr. Marlyn on this call. Look, we are, but next time will be over 100, because at the end of the day, I already test the education of Dr. Marlyn. You know, she's a mother, she's a sister, she's everything in one box. As a brother too. You see that she's supporting he for she, because the strength she has, she got both sides hang on to it. So let us really follow her and listen to her education. I'm telling you, I am who I am today, thanks to her too. When I was done, she lifted me up. That's what I want to just add. And I appreciate all our extremely leaders in the call. And next time we'll triplets what we have. Internet is there for all of us. Thank you. Love you all.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Before I call Excellency once again, I want to let you know that on Friday, we'll be having an amazing, powerful young lady, and she's ready for us. We're going to unveil that. We'll unveil that tomorrow. By the grace of God, we'll unveil her tomorrow. So get ready. Invite your friends. You don't want to miss. This is our way of celebrating our 15 years anniversary. Impactful 15 years. Impact from day one. It's been back to back. God has been so faithful. And we don't even know how to thank him. But if you're lucky to be in Dallas with us, we're having a great time. We're celebrating it. Of course, the big one will be in Abuja, December 14, where we have the big celebration to celebrate our 15 years anniversary. And all our members will be here from around the world. And of course, on the 19th and on the 20th, we're going to have each of the speakers, all the speakers will have a say on the last day, on the main day of our celebration, which is July 19th. So follow the calendar every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday till the 20th. You know, we're here, and that is our own way. For chapters, I put up a note this morning that you gotta be ready. I want to see what chapters are doing. I don't want to, you know, there's a lot to share. There's a lot to give out. Giveaways, we're doing that also. So I want chapters all over the world, all our chapters. And I want to apologize to our Francophone chapters that are here. I'm seeing the translation is showing me, but I don't know why it's not showing to everyone. So we've got to figure out that with my team. They will, you know, look at what they can do to make sure that we all see it and flow with what is happening here. But I know that so Messi and Fatoumata will do justice by summarizing this to our French-speaking countries, members. But I will still do that now. I don't know if it's Fatoumata Diarra or Pastor Messi that is free now, can just say just one minute in French, so that some of us, I've seen a lot of our members from Mali, Senegal, Côte d'Ivoire that are here. Some of them don't speak English. Can you just summarize this in 2 minutes so that we can, before we call our mommy, please? Thank you.
Sure. À toutes nos sœurs qui ont pu se connecter ce soir et qu'elles n'ont pas pu entendre la traduction en français, en général, elle parlait beaucoup plus du fait que nous, les femmes, nous devons pouvoir nous mettre au-dessus du plafond, en fait. Parce que beaucoup de femmes, que ce soit au travail et tout, elles ont tendance à penser qu'elles ne peuvent pas dépasser, en fait, le plafond sur lequel elles se sont mis elles-mêmes. La dame a aussi insisté sur le fait que les femmes ont vraiment besoin de pouvoir se soutenir les unes les autres afin de pouvoir atteindre leurs objectifs. Je pense qu'elle a aussi parlé du fait que nous devons aussi être très résilientes malgré les obstacles que nous pouvons traverser dans la vie en tant que leader. Madame Ba et moi, nous allons nous assurer de vous envoyer un résumé dans le groupe WhatsApp tout à l'heure. Merci bien, madame.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Don't worry.
You have to say more than merci.
Yeah.
I want to hear your practice more than merci. Thank you. You know?
We're learning this. We're just crossing into this phase of.
Yeah, I give you 2 days, to bring one more sentence the next time.
you would do that. You would teach me. Let me also introduce to welcome and thank you, Fatoumata Diarra, a powerful woman at the United Nations. Thank God that we were able to have a session at UN that have opened so much doors for Awlo. And today we have great leaders, and today we have over 100. Come, Fatoumata, how many Francophone members do we have right now? Because I'm on your platform.
Yeah, we have over 100, definitely, on the platform so far.
From different Francophone countries, they created
from different countries, yes.
Yeah.
So, 107 and going.
107.
Oh, okay.
Amazing women, and they are eating, they are talking, they are, they are ready for Awlo. They want us to bring Awlo for the first time, and we're going to do that because when I was at the UN, I've shared it before with you. I had issues with some of them who came into they even attended some of our sessions, especially our own, and they were not happy. I never knew. Just like what Dr. Marlyn said, you need to open your ears and hear what people are saying. I did not know that they have issues with Awlo. But they looked me at my first. So first, they first me at the United Nations and said, Awlo is for English-speaking countries. I was shocked. And they were right. Because we've never, for 15 years, we've not had any event, any program, apart from Cameroon, which I don't really put them there. But from Cameroon, we don't have any president in Mali, in Senegal, in Côte d'Ivoire, many of those countries. And I apologize. I said sorry. we're going to, change our ways. We're going to make sure that we put a structure down. And we started working since March to put this structure. And today, I'm so glad, I'm so happy that even when you come to Dallas, you're going to see a lot of them who are attending our conference. For the first time, they don't come because they feel we don't carry them along. But I'm happy that we have very powerful leaders. Fatimata, who work at the United Nations, who is in charge, actually in charge of some of the NGOs. And of course, we have a very powerful chairperson who is in charge of Texas. And she's from Mali, a powerful woman. You get to know about her as we move along. So I thank you so much. And I can assure you, we'll do all our best with my team, with you too. Fatimata, you teach me more on how to get this thing done so that we'll carry them along when we have this global gathering. Thank you so much. Please, let's not do everything today. We'll continue on Friday. Chapters, please, it's your month. July is your month. Let's get it done. I want to see your programs. I want to make sure that we celebrate this anniversary strongly and impactfully. We started with that as a leadership organization. So let me allow our mommy to go and sleep. I hereby invite our Excellency to just thank my speaker very well. The speaker very, very important. Is our special guest. I appreciate her for us. And of course, and all the leaders that are here. We have about 56 leaders. They're all leaders that turn up today. And I know that Friday we're going to have more, So thank you so much. Over to you, Mom.
Thank you so much again, Dr. Atai. When you were trying on French, I said it for the first time. Dr. Atai was short of words.
And they got me. Yeah, but it's okay. I'm gonna have two, strong French leaders now. Pastor Messi, we talk every day. We're gonna change it. We're gonna try and change it and be speaking in French.
We work on that. But in the meantime, I really want to thank everyone, and I'm amazed. This is amazing that you were able to gather. I know you have the convening power, but I never expected you can also exercise that power on virtual mode. So congratulations. I came in a bit late, but I had very powerful presentations. I've been taking notes. So I know, of course, you always call me, they say once a minister, let me tell you something. This was a former minister of education of Ghana. She had this saying after she was dropped from the cabinet. Yeah. And then she was saying that it's very difficult for the women to reach the top, but it's also very difficult for women to stay at the top once they arrive. So so that's how we get dropped.
Yeah. But your own is that you make a great mic, you'll be able to put the president, you'll be able to do a lot for the country. And we appreciate you. Once a minister is always a minister, and you're a parliamentarian too. You're a parliamentarian, so you are full loaded.
But anyway, I think let me also in Tanzania, I just saw one of in the chat room, there's a Tanzanian who has also joined, not even from Dar es Salaam, from one of the regions. So
really?
Yeah, she greeted me in Swahili, and then she said,
that is our youth leader in Tanzania, Wangaza.
Wangaza, yes.
Wangaza,
wow.
yeah, that's our youth director in Tanzania. She was with us in Ghana too.
It's great. I'm glad that I mean, mobilizing not only but from other regions. But from other regions. Hello. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, because I guess I'm interfering. So I know you have been on the screen for a long time, so I don't want to keep you. But I want to congratulate you and say I love you all. I missed you, but I am back. I am back, and I'll be following all the sessions that are coming. And to you all in Tanzania, in Swahili, we say asanteni sana, karibuni, meaning welcome to Tanzania, and see you then. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. I'll say that again. Thank you, thank you, thank you very well. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Dr. Atai, you upgrade.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. I celebrate you.
Thank
I
you.
celebrate you. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you so much.
Yeah. Yeah, Oscar, thank you so much. Thank you. We also have Oscar, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. It was a good session. We continue on Friday. And of course, we're going to give he for she a slot, and of course, the Youth Council a slot. We have a powerful Youth Council member from Ghana, which will speak. I think our slot is next week. I will check the calendar. So it's going to be good. I will share with other speakers. You know, we have other moderators to line up. We'll be taking up from Friday, Monday, then of course Wednesday, Friday, next week, then upper week, and then while we keep planning for the big day, you know. Thank you so much. Okay, people are still on. There are people still here. Let me see.
And for
hey!
And what
Chido, I didn't know you are in the house. You know, I didn't know, man. Wow. I was just talking about it for she. Now we got to the one now. Let me see. I've seen Banjo. I've seen Don must be discussing business now because I've not heard his voice. Our executive director. Chidi Jacob. So good to see you. So good to see you.
I've been enjoying myself here since I came on early, so it's been amazing. I just kept quiet and went through the section. Yes.
Man, I saw so many people I didn't even know. I've seen a lot. Wow.
It's good. It's a great one.
My patron is here, Dr. Justina. Nice to have you. Yeah, everybody's just here. I can't so much. I saw well, it was a full Jimmy George, Rufina, man, it was a full thank you so much. I've seen Tawalin. Wow. Good. It was good. We had a good time. Wait for Friday. No. Amazing event. 60 something leaders. It was a good 1 hour 30 minutes. So I'm happy. Some people are still joining. And I've seen moms. I was seeing the editor of Vanguard. Well, Nike, you are here. You came late. Our partner, sustainable partner. Wow. Monica, you want to say something? Everybody's gone, but you can still say hello to the house. You've been supporting Awlo for years. Good. You know, Dr. Marlyn, Vanguard newspaper is one of the best newspaper in Africa, not just Nigeria. And thanks to this woman that is here with us. Monica, can you say
her? Can we hear her for
1 second? Yeah, because she just joined. Terry, are you there? Can you say hello to the house, please? Unmute your mic. Can you unmute your mic, please? I've seen you. Hi, Terry, can you unmute your mic and say hello to us? Maybe network. Anyway, must be network. You know, there's a way when you enter virtual meeting, you can just you can join and leave it there and do your meeting. Anyway, we appreciate you, our lady, Monica Evitario. I don't pronounce it well. She will kill me. Can you say hello? I've seen you. Is it your network? Your mic is on now. Okay. Makafe, how is Japan? Oh, my network is from me. I can see my wife, the first lady, is in the house. She's been there. The first lady is in the house.
You recognize first lady. I wanted to
the first
Where
lady is
is the
here.
first lady?
Can you please on your mic and say hello to us? I didn't even see. I miss, you know the crowd. So many. Yeah. Hi, wife. Hi, wifey. Hi, wifey.
Hello,
Are you there?
everyone.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
here.
see you. Let's see you.
Beautiful evening to us. It's been a
Eno.
beautiful event. Honestly,
Wow.
I appreciate you
Yes.
for the wonderful, how do I put it now? Enlightening, you know? It's been an awesome evening. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Without her, there's no Awlo. If you say stop, don't travel again. Wahala dey. You know.
Awlo has come to stay.
Well, I did say that to you tonight, that we need to be bold as women.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we see? Can we
Able
see
to
you?
partner
Can
with
we?
our men.
Where are you?
Shit.
Are you not where
I'm
you can
here.
on? Can you on your? Is it where you can on your video? Let me see your face now. Abba. Are you in the kitchen?
Our wife thought to say she could be in the hairdressing parlor.
Okay. Have you seen Chidi? Chidi is in the house. I didn't see
Yeah,
him.
I've seen him. I saw him.
And I'm enjoying the voice here. Madam, well done.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
my
you. It's been a long
guy.
time.
You know,
Thank you.
Chidi is my guy. This Awlo today. These are the people that say, you know what, we're gonna get this done. We're gonna make this happen.
Okay.
And they push and push and push. And today we're here. Chidi lives in Atlanta for many years, but is here in Nigeria now doing both politics, church, business, and everything.
Are we going to sustain this platform, Dr. Atai?
Yes, definitely. I discussed with
Because
you.
I think it should go on.
This is what I told you. Remember, we discussed it in Toronto. I said
it has to be.
We're going to have maybe monthly, not like what we're doing now. We're going to have like a monthly series. You know, we did that.
Masterclass series.
Masterclass series. Yeah, we're going to have
definitely.
that. You know, so that we don't choke people. So we have to extend it, and not like doing it every week. Maybe. Yeah.
A monthly thing is fine.
Yeah, monthly. You know, it's fine.
With the objective of building capacity and knowledge and the practice base.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you,
Dr. Atai,
I
I wanted to just say something, and probably Dr. Morris will agree, that we should invite, Miss Eno Atai, Mrs. Eno Atai also. Lovely to see her at the meetings as well, one time when she comes.
Yes.
Yeah.
He for she. She for he.
She for he. That's very important.
He. Say that, Samira.
Yes.
Let's say it.
She for he.
She for he.
Yes. And
these are powerful women of influence that sustain them.
Yeah. Very
you don't
powerful.
want to get me started,
Powerful.
Dr. Atai.
No, we close. I don't know why we are still here. We finish. Everybody's gone.
She wants to do her best.
You don't want to go. Everybody's gone.
We don't
Can
want
we?
to go.
Dr. Atai's wife. That's not a joke.
We don't want to. Everybody should,
Mr. Oscar.
Monique, can you? My wife, help me. How do I pronounce this Yoruba name very well? I don't want her to.
She will come when she's ready, but she will be coming one day. Invitation.
Oh my word.
My wife, how do you pronounce this name?
Maku.
No, not her, not her.
Oh,
Makufui is our dynamic. She's one of our speakers. Maybe next week. I will check the calendar. She's representing the youth, and she's going to give us a master class. You know. But I need to my sustainable partner is here in the house. I need to hear her voice. This is a woman that supported Awlo, write about Awlo. If you want to get Vanguard, Women's Station. What is going on? Your network?
Could be the network. Was acting up all day too.
Because she keep on in the mic, but we're not hearing her. Okay, let's close. Everybody's gone. We're only 14
we have
now.
14 people here right now. And I want to ask Coach Oscar.
From 60, now we finish at 60. Now
and we continue
everybody gone. But the in-house, okay, we're having, you know, when you have a conference, you at the end of the conference, you have like coffee, and you know, the team that cook the food can now relax. This is what we're doing now. And I'm seeing that I'm having the real team, apart from who is new here. Oh, my auntie is here. I've not seen her for a long time. She missed. Oh, how can you miss? Ah, Madam Tibet, how can you miss? Oh, man. Are you joining us now? Tibet. Auntie Tibet, I see you. We're finished. We're just rubbing minds, you know. Are you there? Can you say hello to us?
If we don't end this meeting, more people are going to join. They'll click the link and then they find us.
And that's okay. That's okay, Coach Oscar.
It's late here, Dr. Marlyn.
What time is it by you now?
It's my wife have to come and give me food. You know.
Wait. Yeah, you are not cooking tonight?
I want to eat. My wife, you know, before you know it.
Are you going to cook tonight?
She has cooked. She's waiting for, you know. So I need to eat.
Man.
You know, I just came into Lagos. I just came into cook for my wife. My wife is so good in cooking, so I can't.
Come on. Coach Oscar, an amazing man cooks for his wife.
You have to cook well. You know, when you have a wife and children that cook so well, you know, what do I can only do? What do you call it? I can only do barbecue.
That's good too.
But that's not food. That's not real food. In Africa, you have to cook. You don't have to cook the real food.
Pounded yam and fufu.
You got it.
I don't know. I've never had it.
Let's close. People are still joining, please.
Anyway,
let's go.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, folks.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye for now.
Pastor Chidi, let's chat to.
Good night.
We'll go talk later.
Okay.
All right, bro. Good night, everyone.
Good night.